Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is 3 minutes past the hour on this 11th day of August. Oh my goodness, this year you're going to blink and it's going to be gone. Yours truly, Joe Dupree in the building, 100 BLK, the Black Station at www.the100blk.com. You can follow us on social media at the JDMS on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter, X, on YouTube. We are at 100 BLK Media. It is hashtag Truth Be Told. JD Live, your early morning. Get up, wake up on this Make It Happen Monday, the beginning of the week. Family, I hope you had a great weekend. We are in the building. Broadcasted live on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. So we're telling you, get up, get it going, get it started. I don't care how your last week looked or how your weekend looked. Today's a new day, and you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. That's from the Water Boy. I had to hit him with do it. It is preseason football. Football is back, y'all. It started Thursday night. So it started Thursday. So I'm going to wait until Elijah comes on at the bottom of the hour. It is Elijah Nixon with sports. But it started Thursday. Ravens and the Colts, Eagles and the Bengals, Seahawks and the Raiders. And in preseason, if the end of the game is a tie, it's just a tie. So, the Raiders and the Seahawks, they tied, but the Eagles were victorious. The Ravens were victorious. The Ravens looked very good, in my opinion. And so did the Bengals and the Eagles, because this is kind of like really tryout times for folks. Folks are trying to get a starting position. Don't think that these guys are really, that everybody wants to win and they want to see their team win, but this is really just auditioning to see, can you handle real play when the real play time is coming, because they're getting ready to cut folks. They're getting ready to send folk home. Yeah, that part right there. If your team won in the preseason, I'm ringing the bell for you. Congratulations that your team won. My team won. I am a big time. Everybody know. I'm with the. Hold on, because I think we're going to add a ring to. There it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yep. The terrible towel of the Steelers, baby. So Steeler Nation, represent yourself. I ain't gonna talk about the Cowgirls or the Saints, because neither one of them looked very good during the preseason. But once again, it's just tryouts, y'all. Just tryouts. See that brother Bowtie, who will be coming on soon. His Dolphins tied up with the Bears. The Bears. So we're gonna talk about all that at the bottom of the hour. Of course, all I gotta say for it. Let me take a deep. So, President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, has said he's going to clean up the city of Washington. I just want y'all to think about it. That he's going to clean up the city of Washington, D.C., and he needs all the homeless people in Washington, D.C. He's getting ready to get them off the streets of Washington. He wants Washington, D.C. to have zero homelessness. And he feels like somebody should applaud him for what he's saying. And the question is he going to take the people who are homeless slash unhoused and house them in quality housing? Or is this just another ploy to put people in jail? Taking you off the street and putting you into incarceration, saying now you have a roof over your head. Really something to think about. It's really something to think about. And also, it is being challenged his ability to deploy the military at will in the United States of America, because there is a law saying that you cannot deploy the military in the United States of America on domestic soil in um a policing position. I think that's the word I want to use. A policing position. You can't do that. I can't do that. So we're going to be getting into that conversation. It is 8 minutes past the hour. It is Make It Happen Monday. It is the 11th day of August. Welcome to hashtag Truth Told, JD Live, your early morning get up, wake up. And family, listen, this weekend in my area, it was early voting. Early voting ended in the municipality that I happen to work in. I live in one place, but I work in another. Early voting, and I encourage folks that the voting day, as they vote on a referendum, to keep the city services running and understand a city is only as good as its tax base. It is only when you see cities that are prospering, cities that are doing very well, those cities have strong tax bases. I promise you that. Promise you that. So all I can say when it comes to voting is the following: get engaged, get involved, get registered, and go vote. I'm never in here by myself. 8 minutes, well, 9 minutes past the hour. I tell you, I always have a little help from my friends. Y'all put your hands together in the MIAO. I saw his Dolphins take on the Bears. We're going to talk about that at the bottom of the hour. Family, put your hands together for my dapper dad himself, Mr. Bowtie, Antonio Cope. Good morning, Mr. Bowtie. How you doing, this brother? Brother Bowtie.
All is well, man. It was a very interesting weekend this weekend.
Hey,
Some
what?
way, somehow. Some way, somehow. I know Shador Sanders don't listen to Alethea, but her message got to him because he was great in their face. But how was your weekend, Brother Joe? We'll talk sports later.
Hey, brother, my weekend was great. And yes, Shador was great in their face. Shador made a lot of the naysayers say, wait a minute, that boy can play some ball. That
Mm-hmm.
boy there can play some ball. And you know, the Browns beat and people are like, well, it's just the Panthers. No, it wasn't just the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Shador was great in their faces, Alethea would say. And man,
Mm-hmm.
my weekend was good, brother. I got plenty of rest. Got to work on a few projects. Of course, we've got some referendums that are going on in my area that folks are voting on. I don't live in the city that they're voting on, but of the referendum, but I do work in that city. So, you know, curious to see, have my people finally figured out that their voice is their vote and their voice has power through the vote. Um, if you go vote, you're showing that you got power. If you don't vote, then you're showing that you're powerless. Because at the end of the day, your vote is your voice. And our ancestors went through a whole lot to make sure that we could show up at the polls and pull that lever. So I honor the ancestors. Every time I get a chance to vote, I try to get myself well educated on the issues and see how those issues will affect me and my household. And I vote accordingly. That's what I tell people. Sometimes you got to look at the issue and say, how will this affect me and my household, and not what the pundits are saying? Because the pundits may say, well, that's bad. But if you really look at it, what they say that they're going to do or not do may be great for you and yours. So sometimes you got to get involved both times and figure out, you know, what people are really saying. What are they saying? Because, you know,
You,
folks,
you,
go
you
ahead. Go
know
ahead.
what, Joe? I want to know, for those who don't vote, I really want to know what's their reason for not voting. Now, I don't want to hear the, oh, my vote don't matter, my vote don't count, my vote don't want to change things, my vote ain't gonna change things. What is your actual reason? Like, what made you come to the conclusion and say, okay, I'm not gonna vote no more? And I also have an opinion about that. I
Oh,
believe everyone who gets some kind of assistance from the government has to mandatorily vote.
I feel that way too. Listen, and bow tie. I believe the propaganda machine. Listen, this thing that we're on right now, this social media thing, this social media machine will have folks on here spewing all kind of hot mess. That's the only word I can use for it. It's hot mess because folk won't tell you the whole story. You know,
Hmm.
I sit and saw a post. They have a 1% sales tax they're voting on in Opelousas, Louisiana, which is the third oldest city in the state of Louisiana. Now, mind you, this state, this city, and this state has had a plethora of people who have been political individuals in power who could have made the changes that needed to be made that today Louisiana could be really a greater state than it is. However, what I've come to, I see that you play with the volume mode there.
Yeah, I had to cut it off.
Yeah, I have discovered that bow tie that sadly folks will kick the can down the road because a lot of folks don't like adversity, nor do they like to deal with the problem from the standpoint I got to be the person to fix the problem. So they kick the can down the road. And some of the infrastructures in some of these cities here in Louisiana, because Louisiana is an old state and, and,
Hmm.
and, and it is an impoverished state. If you look at the quality of life top 50 in every category, you got Louisiana, Arkansas, and Mississippi. Them three states are always tugging at the bottom three. I don't care what it is. You could right now pull up any quality of life issue. The bottom three will be Louisiana, Arkansas, and Mississippi.
I think I agree with brother Noble, the Quay. He said that social media has an influence, but I think it's something else too. I believe that people personal opinions get away with us voting. I remember, I'm gonna say 3 years ago. No, it was actually the year before last year when Kamala Harris was running. There was a convicted felon. He's like hanging around the cigar lounge. He's not in the cigar lounge, but he's trying
Mhm.
to convince two other young men not to vote. So I walked past just to mind my business. And I walked back. I said, "Hey man, why you won't vote?" He said, "I'm a fella and I ain't gonna vote. I ain't gonna change nothing." He said, "Ain't gonna change them neither. They knuckleheads. They trying to be out here in the streets." I like, bro, but don't convince them not to vote. Wait till they lose their voting right, and then you can say that's why I ain't do that. But I said, but even you as a felon, you can still vote. You can go get your voting rights back. But
Right.
I just think that, well, not think. I really want to know. I want to get to the core to each individual. Like, tell me your exact reason. Because most of the time when these people talk to you, it'll be based off what somebody else said.
Right.
Because
It's the
you can't never
listen,
say
it's
you can't
it's the
never say
propaganda
that.
machine. It's the prop
Yeah,
listen, it's the
you can't
propaganda
tell me that
machine.
voting doesn't do anything or voting doesn't change anything. If it wouldn't, we wouldn't be where we at now. We
Correct.
don't even have to go through some of the things that our ancestors went through to even try to tempt the vote. So obviously vote and get the job done. Obviously vote get the job done. We had a black president. I mean, like right now, we have like what? I think this term is the fifth highest term of black people in Congress and the Senate and stuff like
Right.
that. So
Right.
obviously voting works. There's some things going in our favor. Our HBCUs be getting money. Our community's not the best, but they have been developed. They have been getting some kind of resources. One point in time, we was excluded. So voting does do things, does change things.
You know,
But we just have to, some way somehow we have to make voting trendy and cool.
well,
It's just like
I think
shopping black.
right. Hold it. I think it's like this. And speaking of which, bow tie, it is August and it is support a black business this month. And you need to go out there and find a black owned business and support them. I would suggest to you gentlemen out there who want to look dapper and clean and like cigars to go to www.brothersbowties.com and get you a nice looking bow tie. I'm getting ready to
Appreciate it.
order me a couple of bow ties from Brother Bowtie and get yourself a good tasting, a good smoking cigar because the brother got all that, man. So,
Mm.
Brother Bowtie, sadly, and I'm glad you talked about that. We've got to get to the point where we have pleasure and pride in supporting one another. I don't have a problem supporting Brother Bowtie. I'm not going to call Brother Bowtie and ask him for a discount. I'm
Mhm.
going to look at his prices and I'm going to pay his prices. See, and another thing, this is really a two-edged sword. Black businesses, please give quality service. Now, quality service doesn't equate to perfect service because the same quality service you demand of a Walmart, a Target, a McDonald's, and let me tell you, their customer service to me is very subpar, but y'all keep going there, buying the number one. Y'all keep going to Walmart, buying all the products and goods in Walmart, and you keep going to all these other places that give horrible customer service, and y'all don't say a word. Y'all complain, y'all mumble, but y'all don't stop going.
You know the issue is, Joe,
Come on.
when it comes to black business, in particular, small minority business like myself, like which is like we the ones that keep the actual economy going, really, not small business, whether black or white. But within black business in particular, our peoples know that they have the power to destroy us.
Mm.
So ain't nothing they can do to destroy a Burger King or Walmart. They can call corporate all they want to. They're not going to destroy anything. But with us, they know if they write a bad post or they go live or they go to tell people, you know, because it's a small business. So the only thing they got to do is tell a handful of people. Once a handful of people listen, then pretty
Mm-hmm.
much our business is shut down or somebody's dream is destroyed. And I believe our people know that. They know that. So they hold on to it like, oh, this is my power. But we're
Mm.
using our wrong group economics towards the wrong race of people. We're supposed to
Right.
use it towards these big corporations. We supposed to turn well, I just used Brother Bowtie. I mean, like, but you supposed to turn Brother Bowtie to a Walmart. You know,
Mm.
and that way you could call a corporate office. But the only what's interesting is, Joe, when you talk to these black business owners, whether they have a small black business or a big black business, Joe, 30 to 40% of our money go back in the black community. We only gonna eat at black restaurants. I don't care how rich we get. We want some sauce. We want some yakameen soup. We want some etouffee, and we want that old lady who got the sweat running out of. We want her to make it. You know, we want to buy jewelry in the hood. You know, we want to buy clothes in the hood.
Right.
But there has never been a documented proof of Warren Buffett, Donald Trump, any one of them coming in the hood to buy some burgers or buy some barbecue ribs. They don't do that. But when we buy money, but when black business owners make money, we bring our money right back to the hood. We try to find a
Right.
cause to donate to, you know. But I think we have to. I don't know how we can put our voice out there, but I think it's the acceptance, though.
Let,
You know,
let, let, let me say this also, and I'm going to say this the best way I can. Too many black folk, too many, not all, but too many, pray, P-R-E-Y, own their communities and don't P-R-A-Y and uplift their community. Let me say that one more again. Too many black folk in powerful places
mm-hmm.
who you feel are community leaders, you feel like, this is my guy or this is my girl. They P-R-E-Y on the community. They don't P-R-A-Y and uplift the community. Because watch this. They will literally help those who they feel will help them, position them in a position to make them look good. They don't do what's for the greater good of all. And I say that constantly. And you were talking about the brother who walked inside and said, look, I'm a felon. I ain't voting. You don't need to vote either, because misery loves company within our black and brown communities. And that, to me, Bowtie, is sad. It is sad that you want somebody to go through what you went through. I don't want nobody. Listen, in my 58 years of living, to be exact, my 60th birthday gift to me will be when I receive my PhD in criminal
PhD.
justice, and I'm able to walk across that stage and say, Lord, I thank you that you gave me the wherewithal to apply for this, get accepted to a university, and now pass the curriculum to get my degree. That will be my 60th birthday to myself, because I have so many times tried to help everybody else, you know. And one of my children said, well, Dad, why are you doing this now? And I said, hey, yes, you may, Brother Washington. I'm going to send you a link. Be exact. Let me get the link right now and see, can I send it? I'm going to try to send it to Facebook. And if you do want to join in, you're welcome to join in. You can call in or you can join in. And I'm just sending the link there. Let me see. Can I send it via Facebook? Hold on for 1 second. But we've got to be at a place where we're more on collaboration and less on competition. My God, I just swear to God that we are so much about, you can do good, but you just can't do better than me. I
Better than
did put
me,
the,
yeah.
yeah, and that's sad, because guess what? I want you to do great. And if your greatness is better than my great, okay, so on all 3 platforms, on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, I just put the link in. You can click on that link and use your mobile device, or you can go through your computer through Chrome and you can join in. I'll see you in the green room. If you want to join in on any of our in the morning shows, you're welcome to. Just do what Brother Washington did, and he's in Berlin. He's in Berlin, Germany. You're welcome to join in. So I put the StreamYard link out there. All you got to do is on your mobile device or on your computer, just join in and we will welcome you in and we will have a great conversation, because that's what we're here to do. Give you 1 hour of inspiration, conversation that elevates. You know, brother Bowtie, I want us to do better, man. I want us to do better in more than one way, brother. I want us
I think
to
most of the
go
time,
ahead.
Joe. I think most of the time it's an illusion that we live in, Joe.
Mm,
Oftentimes when middle class people or higher class people they start making money, they start eating at high end restaurants and everything like that. And Joe, I'm gonna be honest with you, Joe. I done made a little bit of money and I done
come on.
been middle class. Joe, there's no food, whether you're in middle class or higher class, that tastes better than the people in lower class or middle class. If you
Mm.
was to
That
ask
home
me,
cooked food, that home
yes.
cooked food. Come on.
That little hood shop fried chicken, the little hood restaurant, man, they fried chicken will always taste better than the Capitol Grill or True Lux or whatever popular restaurant that you want to name that.
Mm.
They can't compare, but for some reason we still want their acceptance. Not me. I'm very satisfied. I'm like my mindset is, Joe, if I ever make it rich, I'm gonna be just like the Duck Dynasty family. I don't know if you watch Duck Dynasty, but I'm gonna
Oh
go
yeah,
hunt and
yeah,
kill my
yeah.
own food.
Hold it. They in Louisiana. They're
Yeah, matter of fact,
actually
yeah,
in
they
Monroe,
in Louisiana.
Louisiana, outside of Monroe, Louisiana. Yes, sir.
Yeah. But the things that we often compare ourselves to, or the things that we do for acceptance from other cultures, other race, it's not even all that. It's not even that great. A lot of young black people come to Miami who make money in other states or whatever, how they make money, and they come here and they get in the water. They want to rent yachts. Are you getting on a yacht every day? Well, this is what the local blacks do in Miami. We don't get on yachts. We either go jet skiing or we go hang out at the beach. This
Right.
is where we have our party at. The yachts come with roofs. And what's going up now is now a lot of people are drowning because they don't know how to swim and they came from other
That part.
states. And none of
That part.
estimating how deep the ocean is in Miami.
Yeah.
But
Are some of the critters that are in the ocean that you
yeah,
out there looking for sharks, not knowing that all you do is prick one of them little prickly things that are poisonous, and you can die just as quick
yeah, the
from it.
lionfish, yeah.
Right. So okay, I see the brother is in the green room. I need him to turn his camera on. I see he's in the green room, but he hasn't got his camera on. So you welcome. Once you turn your camera on, I'm gonna bring you on. Um, you know, let me say the following, man. I want to say two things as I bring this brother in from Berlin, Germany. Brother Washington, who has been a really great guy every time he comes on here. We got to start dealing with facts over feelings. That's number one. And number two, we got to understand just because you got a bag don't make you a boss. See, we done been with the propaganda machine done told us you get a bag, you become a boss. Guess what? A boss, you can be a boss and not be as that. You need to be a boss before you get the bag, because a boss has a lot to do with your character, has a lot to do with how you treat the least of them. With that being said, let me bring the brother in for Berlin. Yeah, let me give him a round of applause. There he is. There he is. Berlin, Germany in the building, y'all. Guten Tag. No, it's Guten Abend. Guten Abend. Schönen Guten Abend.
You speak more Deutsch than I do. I don't speak this language.
He said, I just live there. Okay,
Yeah,
come
exactly.
on.
I just get the benefits.
Okay,
How you doing?
oh. What's
So,
up, brother? How you doing?
well, doing great. First off, bald lives matter. So we representing.
Hey,
We
all lives matter.
we are. Everyone with hair is too busy, being pretty to start the revolution. It takes us bald men to
Yeah, come on.
actually make the change that need to be
Come
made.
on.
So yeah.
Hey, it's good having you on. Look, so before we got 4 minutes, and I'm going to bring Elijah is in the background. We got a lot of sports to talk about. Football is back in America, American football. Now, it's not foosball, though I am a foosball fan.
I watch that shit.
But football is back. American football is back, and we're going to get into that conversation in about 3 minutes. But tell me, man, how's life in Berlin right now? You one of the brothers. You did it like I did it. You living on, as they say, you living on the economy. Go ahead, my brother. Talk to me.
Well, that whole aspect's going great. Actually, it's been a great summer. A lot of things have been connecting, and a lot of things are moving forward that I need to start moving and doing. But I really wanted to kind of jump a little bit about this idea of the so-called Black community and their lack of infrastructure, because we don't have it. It'd be one thing if we were all on code as a community even if we were like on code and majority of us were thinking like the Nation of Islam or something, and we were, then that would be a real infrastructure. And then that would incentivize Black people to be more accountable to that infrastructure in that community. But our community in America, it's a degrading community. It's a terroristic community. And you might find a few gems in the community that help you out. But even from an artistic standpoint, if you're an artist and you've made it as an artist or actually gotten support enough, you don't get support from your own people in your art. If you really have to make it in art, in alchemy, you have to know how to have the honey tongue and deal with the white people, because the white people are the only ones who will actually support. Not like, yo, I'll give you a shout out. Not I'll
financially support.
They will throw you 5 G's because wow, you told a great story and you're an artist and I see this art and you know what? I'll throw that to you. They will do it like that to incentivize you to become a better artist versus in our community. Oh, well, can you do? It's more like, well, I got a wall for a restaurant. And it's all for hookups. It's not about the alchemy of just, you're an artist. Let me throw you some money so you can just create and exist. And until we as Black people start valuing artistic ability that way, then the artists will always have to go to the oppressors to get their art known and supported.
Oh, great answer, brother Washington. Now, I will tell you this before I rebuttal. Send me some chocolate, man. Germany has the best chocolate, man.
Switzerland, man. Switzerland has the best.
Right. Germany has good chocolate. Hold it.
Switzerland.
Now, what a lot of folks don't know is they speak German in Switzerland and in Austria, but because Switzerland and it's a long story, but at the end of the day, Switzerland does have the best chocolate. Now, Germany has the second best, in my opinion.
But ours, it's stepped on. Our chocolate is stepped on. Switzerland is the pure. It's the pure, bruh.
I gotta get me some Switzerland chocolate. I haven't had that yet, but I have had Germany. Germany chocolate is very, very, very great, very great. But before Elijah start, brother, you made some great points, and I totally agree with you. And I believe what you brought up the Nation of Islam. What they have done, what the Honorable Louis Farrakhan have done, he has created something that's only for survival for the Nation of Islam. And I'm not hating on them, but they only buy fish from one company, and they actually own like 60% of the company and the fish farm as well. So, it's the infrastructure. Like they're only allowed to do certain things. Like the women. I don't know if you ever been to the Nation of Islam mosque. The women aren't allowed to sit on a certain side. They're required to cook certain things many times a week. The men required to do some things. And it's hard for us when you talk about infrastructure. It's hard for us to tell a young man, hey, go vote. Hey, this is what we're not doing. We're not selling drugs to people in our community. I'm not telling you not to sell drugs, but go sell drugs in a white neighborhood, Hispanic neighborhood, whatever. But just not.
No. Alchemy wise, you shouldn't even be selling drugs. It's bad alchemy.
I totally agree.
So they should, a soul degraded to the chemical of drugs is a soul degraded. Whether it's indigenous, whether it's Black, whether it's white, whether it's it does. You hold accountability for getting them that drug. So you should not eat, whether they reward you with money or whatnot. No, you are taking from your soul by doing that. So I understand the concept. If you're going to sell drugs, then sell it to the oppressor. That I agree with. But really, you shouldn't be selling it at all.
Totally agree.
31 minutes. Totally. 31 minutes past the hour. We're going to get back to that conversation, but it is football, and football is back. I saw what your Rams did, man. I saw what your Rams did. I saw what they did. Did you see? Hold on. Did you see? Hold on. Did you?
Oh, God.
Black and yellow, black and yellow. That's all I got to say.
You can't say nothing about no. Y'all should have picked Sador. How stupid y'all look now not picking a Sador Sanders.
We look stupid as hell.
Pittsburgh.
We hold it. Brother in Berlin, I'm the first one to say it. We look stupid as hell. I want to go and put foots all in the Steeler Nation.
Okay.
I want to pick everybody in the front room and the back room, including Tomlin. Y'all should have got Shedeur. That would have solidified the deal right there. That would have solidified the deal. Go ahead. Y'all, ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for Brother Elijah Nixon and sports.
Good morning, y'all. I had a whole I was hoping to see Brother Fatim. I wanted. So I had so much to say. I was gonna start from my Rams, and I was gonna talk about his Mets because I watched it last night too. They blew a game against the Brewers. They was up
Terrible.
and they were down. They were
They were
down.
terrible.
But anyway, I'm gonna get right into the football. Shedeur Sanders, like you guys just talked about, he went 14 for 23, threw 2 touchdowns. If America can't count, that is 60% of his passes that he completed when he went 14 for 23. But so with that being said, the Browns, they played him, and a lot of teams are looking foolish that should have drafted him as a quarterback, including the Saints. I think the Steelers are still in a good predicament with Aaron Rodgers in the background. But again, I want to ask you guys, what do you think about Shedeur Sanders' performance? And how do you think he should build off of that, especially from that first preseason game?
Let me start in, and then I'm going to go to my brother in Berlin, brother Washington there in Berlin, Germany. Let me say the following. Shedeur Sanders showed this is what happens when you give me a line that blocks for me. This is what I do when I get a line that will block for me. If he would have had that line in Colorado, oh, my God. Oh, that's all I can say. Listen, and once again, he's next level. He was next level at Colorado. He was next level at Jackson State. Kid is next level. I don't know why everybody looked over on him. If they were trying to prove a point to him and Dion, the only point you've proven is that all of y'all are stupid and foolish. He's not Kaepernick. Brother Bowtie.
I think he was, like Alita said, he was great in their face. I didn't expect anything less. Anything less at all. The only issue that I would say this is, like, I wonder if they still gonna talk about trade talk, because it'll be hard to trade that brother now. Very hard to trade him. But he showed up and he did what he's supposed to do. And we got to give kudos to his scrambling, though. I don't know if you guys watched the play when he was scrambling. Oh
Yes.
my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love best, brother in Berlin, brother Washington. I'm going to do this because they do it in soccer. Here's the black card. I'm throwing the black
I
card.
appreciate it.
Hit him.
Who's the greatest quarterback of all times?
Dan Marino.
Who's the greatest quarterback of all times?
Ooh.
Everyone answer that real quick.
Hey, they say the GOAT. They say Brady. They say Brady.
And Elijah, who do you say?
I say Tom.
They say Brady.
Okay. This young man, first year in the NFL, has spent time with the greatest of all times in his upbringing and got chances to have conversations with the GOAT while the GOAT is playing at an elite level and getting to get reps with the GOAT. And Tom Brady never had the physicality of a Lamar Jackson, never had the arm of a Dan Marino, never had the eye accuracy of Joe Montana, but he had timing. And as long as you gave Tom Brady blocking, he will pick you apart. And team after team experienced that. So I say, logically speaking, you give this same person who is pretty much not under the tutelage of Tom Brady, but I'm very sure Deion Sanders has any conversations that he had with Tom Brady, Deion Sanders made sure that he replayed those conversations 10 times or more to extrapolate as much information from those meetings with Tom Brady. And now you see this version where this player is a little bit more athletic than Tom Brady, not quite as great with the timing yet, but has the potential to be, if placed in the right situation and groomed the right way, to be, I think, top 20 best quarterbacks of all times.
Woo, Elijah, what say you? What say you after that one? What say you after that one?
I don't know about the top 20 all time yet, bro, in Berlin. But
yeah, I'll say top 10.
You say top 10?
I'm not. I think he does have potential to hit top 10 of all times. He does. I'm cutting low.
So we're saying it now.
I'm gonna tell you. Now. I'm gonna say right now. I think he's somebody you're just gonna keep your eye on in the preseason. I'm not big on big preseason performances. Let me tell you something. I know the Rams. When I was just joking with the Rams beating the Cowboys, whatever. But to me, this is vanilla. All this preseason stuff is vanilla. You're not going to see your best defensive coordinator blitzes. You're not going to see your best ones and stuff like that just yet. I'm not saying what he did at a level, at that high level, wasn't great. It was phenomenal because nobody thought that this would happen. Well, not nobody, but the people, the spectators didn't think this was going to happen. So I think that with that being said, I think Shedeur Sanders is setting himself up to be in the right position. I think the Browns are too, because now the Browns asking price, if they want to trade him, they don't have to be, hey man, you gotta give me a third round pick. I don't want a fourth or fifth or sixth. You gotta give me a third round pick now. You see
Or
what
a
he
second. Or a second.
Give me a second.
Nah, they might go first.
Hold
It
it.
might-
Listen to what
it
I'm
will go
about
first.
to say.
But I
Listen
don't.
to
I
what
don't
I'm
think
about to
that.
say.
I don't think that.
Yeah.
Like,
Now, Elijah, we're gonna talk apples and apples right now.
go ahead.
Because you and I can talk these apples and apples.
Mhm.
You know as well as I know, and I agree. I agree wholeheartedly with what you're saying. But me being a former ESPN guy, me still at the age I am now, still on the sidelines, still in stadiums, I tell anybody, it is a difference between you padded up in a stadium of the opposing team or your home stadium against an opposing team than it is when you are blue shirt against white shirt or whatever color the shirt teams are. Defense against offense, your defense against your offense. I'm going to say this. I agree with you. Preseason is kind of like tryouts. Who gets cut, who stays, this, that, these, and those. I agree. But still, for a rookie to come into an atmosphere that is now the atmosphere you will have to deal with every single Sunday, that boy performed, and he performed at a high level because this is a rookie coming out of a college atmosphere, which is crazy enough as it is. Now you're in a professional atmosphere and you see what's happening. That atmosphere in preseason kind of gets you to know what type of business this rookie gonna be in. Even with Travis Hunter, prime example. Let me give you a prime example. Let's look at Travis Hunter and how Travis Hunter performed. Travis is a great player, Heisman, goes both ways. But was his performance on this preseason game what you expected? Nah, he missed a couple of things. Let's just call it. I'm gonna call it what it is.
Yeah, I give him like a 5 far as like performance. He was just like mediocre. But I would tell you what the Jacksonville Jaguars had to do with Travis Hunter. They would have to release him and play him like Tyreek Hill with the Miami Dolphins. You know, like if you let him do it, you know, like I don't know if you guys know this, but Tyreek Hill just released a message and said that for the last 2 years he didn't know the Dolphin playbook. He just know nobody couldn't stick him. So he'll run his own routes and just so happen that tour will be on point with him. And I think that's what Jacksonville Jaguars will have to do with Travis Hunter. For Travis Hunter to be great and for the Jacksonville Jaguars to be all right, because they're making Florida look bad. They're the only Florida team without a championship.
I don't know, man. See,
May I ask Elijah a question real quick?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Elijah, if there was a bookie that came and said that for Shedeur Sanders, you put down $2,000, and if he ever wins a Super Bowl, you win $1 million. Would you take that bet?
Is he the starting quarterback right now, or is he on the squad?
The bookie says at this moment you have to make the decision. You get no more information.
You put
this moment in
2,000
time right now.
Hold it. Now listen what he just said. You put a $2,000 bet down. I'd take that bet. You put $2,000 down, and if he ever wins the Super Bowl, you get $1 million. I'm taking that bet right now.
Would you,
here.
Elijah?
It's tough.
Come here. Come here. That's an investment. Come here.
No, don't convince. Wait, Joe. Don't convince him. I want to hear him.
I'm gonna say, as of right now, I'm gonna say no.
Yes. Okay. What about you, brother?
Oh, I'm gonna say yeah, for sure.
Okay. Elijah, you're not looking at the bigger picture, because again, that's a great bet. That is a extremely great bet if someone puts that on the table, because again, if you're looking at the trajectory of not hopefulness but potential, he has the potential. I would say for where he came from, 5th round, he's already on the trajectory to be put into a situation where that's attainable. So that's why I'm saying, like, you say you don't want to say he's top 20. I think, again, if he's put in the right situations and allowed to flourish, that's an amazing bet.
See, that's where it
And I
goes.
think,
That's where it goes. You said if. That's
so
why
you wouldn't take the bet at all.
No, because it takes a lot. It's more than just one thing. All right. So
What rookie quarterback would you take the bet for here? Is there any rookie quarterback that came in this year that you would make that bet for?
None of them.
What quarterback that's playing right now would you make that 2,001 million bet for?
Usually I'll take a Josh. I'll take a Pat. I'll take a Lamar. Heck, I'll take a Staff. Like if the thing is with that being said is because it just takes way more than just a quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson is clearly one of the best, but he's not going to win a Super Bowl like just by himself. Dan Marino was one of the best, never reached the Super Bowl by himself. You can these are guys like it's gonna take a lot. Like that's why I like Shedeur, but Cleveland I don't believe it. You can.
I don't think you do. I don't think you like him.
I do like Shedeur. I personally like.
So let me say this, Elijah. Let me say this. I'm gonna let you say it.
Yeah.
Say what you need to say. Here's what I need to say. I believe with the Browns or with somebody, Shedeur is going to win a Super Bowl. Period. It might not be with who he started with. No, I believe that's why I would take the bet. Go ahead.
All right. So look, as a Rams fan, I wouldn't have minded took Shedeur. I would have said let's draft Shedeur because Matthew Stafford's on his way out. Jimmy Garoppolo's our backup quarterback. But the thing with that comes with Matthew Stafford's the starter. And Shedeur will be the third string. And if I'm an organization, I don't want to hear all year, push Shedeur in. I don't want to hear that because we are developing Shedeur. Now, if Shedeur would have went to the Jets and Shedeur's in a perfect situation with the Browns, yeah, let him play. Because at the end of the day, they need that quarterback right now. We don't need the quarterback.
Wait, sir, if you're a Rams fan, why would you're in Los Angeles? That's one of the most highest marketable places in the entire globe. You would want to playing Shedeur Sanders because that's going to generate you way more money for your organization.
You're right, but here's the problem with that too. The Rams never been like a media team. We don't
because they've had shitty quarterbacks.
Exactly, but when we had Kurt Warner, when we had Jarrett, when we got Matt. Put like this.
Now that's St. Louis. Now let's decide.
I'm gonna go to LA.
Wait a minute.
We had Jared Goff. Jared Goff was okay, but he wasn't the best. I hated Jared Goff after 2018. Then
he was average at best. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. He was average at best.
He was average. Then we went to go, but then as you can see, the next year we go get Matt. Matt goes to take us to the Super Bowl. Then after that, 22 hurts us, blah blah blah. But to me, I think we had the best player in the league with Aaron Donald. But you never they had Aaron Donald never really was in the media. And I could give you some issues that he had with his baby moms. I could have an issue where we got to a fight in the club, but never was in the media. Never was in the media.
Hold it. Let me say this.
Shedeur is going to come with that.
Okay, let me say this, and I'm gonna say this to all of y'all because I cannot stand this team. But I watched this team. I watched them last year. I watched their first preseason game. I can't stand this team. A lot of folks don't even pay attention to this team. LA, y'all better pay close attention to one Denver Broncos. Let me tell you something. Denver might be that fly in the ointment for all of us this year. I'm just saying. Since y'all talking that noise, I hear people talking that noise. If they ain't talking Shedeur, they talking about Tampa Bay and Shiloh. Okay, y'all keep your eyes on them Sanders boys. Y'all better pay attention to them Denver Broncos. And I can't stand Denver. Never could stand Denver.
You know, I let's call it spade a spade. So Shedeur Sanders threw the most touchdowns as a rookie in the preseason.
For sure.
Now he wasn't the person who his team didn't make the most touchdowns, but him personally throwing a touchdown, he threw two. There's no other rookie quarterback that did two. But what I do want to talk about, this new guy getting a lot of, I ain't gonna say new guy, but I don't know if you've seen the social media post of the guy they call him the Juggernaut, number 80 from the Steelers.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that's a big boy.
Yeah, yes,
I never even heard of him. I had to, like, who the hell this dude is? Where he come from? But he's big though. Oh my God.
Hey, did you see the 70-yard field goal? 70 yards. It still had leg. It still that could have been 73.
But that could have been 75.
Listen, he need to get drug. Those are steroids in them toes. I've kicked the football. I don't care what you say. you got to have some sort of casting or some. Your toes ain't supposed to be able to kick no football 70 yards. He may not be juicing, but his toes are.
No, but it's telling you that this is going to be an interesting football season. For
Yeah,
sure.
it will be.
And,
Yeah,
I like it. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of preseason football, really. But
what you think about the new first down rule?
I love that. I love the technology. I love that they got the tennis technology now. Now there's no arguing. There's no arguing. That tennis technology, when Serena goes, that ball was in, and they go, let's go back to the replay. And that laser technology is on point. They need to bring that into college football. That will result. I believe it's going to go ahead and transfer into college football.
I think it's going to be. I think that's going to be real helpful because I think what happened between the Bills and the Chiefs last year, that's something that they had to look forward to and bring something in, and so I think that's going to be helpful.
Well, they had to. Now the gambling's legal. They had to fix it because if they didn't fix that and people are gambling on games and then the games are lost because of that. So no, they have to bring in actual real technology now to make the games be called correctly because now so much money is on the line.
Hey, and I feel like this. Now this is me personally. This is another thing I wish they would change in the NFL. I think you should have a red flag and you should have a yellow flag. And here's what the yellow flag is for. The yellow flag is when there is apparent pass interference and they do not call it. You should be able to throw a yellow flag and say, hey, I need the booth to review that. Because I don't know how y'all don't call that pass interference. I saw that 2 times in the preseason this year. And I'm like, no flag? Made me feel. Guess what I call it? I say, you getting Saints. You getting what the Saints got. Dude, just drag a dude down to the ground and no flag. No, you should have a yellow flag that you get one call a game that you can throw up and say, that was pass interference, review that. And if they come back and say it wasn't, then it wasn't. But you get a chance as a coach to say, hold on, wait a minute. That was a big play. That was pass interference and you did not call it. That's my opinion.
I think every player should get one. And if you went and just hear me out. I think forget the coach. The coach gets one, a quarterback gets one, and the wide receiver gets one. And if you throw your and it's not one, then you lose. But I think there has to be a way to, because there's so many non-calls that are just ridiculous. And
you know what, brother Washington, I actually agree with you, but I think it should be one per quarter. So if the quarterback use one in the quarter, then the wide receiver,
you get one for a game, and if you challenge it and it's right, you get it back. But if it's wrong, then you lose it for the whole game.
Elijah, I think that's that you got to, because guess how many people sit there and go, that was pass interference. I saw that with the Steelers. And the Steelers were the one doing the pass interference. I said, "Ooh, they didn't call that one, boy."
I think you should give it. I think you should give it to the coach. And I don't know about the play, only because I feel like some players be emotional and just throw that thing.
Yeah.
Well, then they lose the flag, and then the fans hate them. Because then later on in the game, they've been like, see, you should have kept your. We got to make the players accountable and stop doing all like in the NBA when that was a foul. Review it. No. You need to take some accountability. If you tell me to review it and you knew you fouled them, now you got to sit out for the rest of the quarter.
Hey, at the end of the day, I really feel like there should be one. I'm telling you now. I heard what Brother Bowtie said, and I heard what my brother Washington said, brother in Berlin. But I still think that there should be a red flag and a yellow flag, and that yellow flag is literally to say you should have called this and you didn't call it. Whatever the call is, won a game that you can throw it in and say, whoa, this may cost us the game. You should have made that call. Let's review that up there in the booth and see what they say, and have some people who really look at it and go, whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, you're right. Because what happens in the NFL, and you know this, Elijah, they go back and review the game and they say, hey, ref, look at this. You should have called this. They do that. In the NFL. They review those games and they go back and they sit with those ref teams and say, you see that right there? That should have been called.
But so what happens with the red flag? The field goal kicker gets to kick a cheerleader. Like what happens if you throw a red flag?
No, the red flag is the challenge flag. It's the challenge flag. See, I'm thinking they already have a red flag in their pocket. They should add a yellow flag to the red flag.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't know, man. I mean, but to me personally, I think the NFL is going to miss a lot of calls anyway. It always have and it always will. The game is so physical to me, offensive lineman holds every play, right? That's
Yeah.
defensive. They hold every play.
Now look, Elijah, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the major stuff. Come on. Now let us all be real here.
Mhm.
I'll go back because I live in the state of Louisiana. Every Louisianian still remembers that blatant pass interference that was not called. Man, if Sean had a yellow flag and could have said, whoop, review it upstairs. Because guess what they always say? That's not reviewable. Oh, they need to change that. Because guess what? That was the difference between the Saints going to the Super Bowl and the Saints not going to the Super Bowl.
And I ain't gonna lie, you're right. As a Rams fan, I can tell you where I was sitting at. I just got off of work. I was working at Costco at the time. I came home, I sat on the edge of my bed, and I said, "Dang, we just blew it."
Mm-hmm.
You Saint fans ain't shit. Y'all remember that play more than y'all remember the people who died in Katrina.
No, that's them Saints fans. Hold up. That's them Saints fans. Hold it. Hey, where them towels at?
All right.
Where them towels at? Hey.
I always hear about Saint fans. I remember the day where I was when the call was not called. I'm like,
that was horrible. Hey, I live in Louisiana, and you're right. That's all Louisiana folk talk. To be exact, Louisiana folks have trauma when they see somebody else get that same situation. They go, see, look, they doing them like they did us.
No, that's
all right. I have a question, gentlemen. I was in a conversation last night actually about WNBA. It was with a young lady who played basketball actually. Do you think if the WNBA lowered their goal a foot and women start dunking, do you think it would be more entertaining?
Ooh.
Absolutely, easily, and more marketable. And that's just logic. But women don't want to do what we've asked them to do in general, so they won't do it. But absolutely, it would be more marketable. It would be more enjoyable because most of the fans are men anyway. So if the men are saying this is what we would enjoy, why not give them, since they're the one consuming the product? But it's only their ego that won't allow it because they want to say that they're equal to men. And that's why this whole thing won't be marketable, because it should be lowered. Could you imagine like girls doing spin, like basically? Yeah,
isn't the ball smaller?
That would be.
I'm like their basketball smaller, right?
Isn't the ball smaller?
Ball.
So wait a minute. Whoa.
Their ball is smaller, and I think
already.
the goal is the actual basketball
larger
rim is like
larger,
an inch and a half larger, or something like that.
Yeah, but they won't lower it.
I personally think, like we talked about the other day, like evolution of the game. Like, I mean, yeah, I think it will be better, and I think it will be more watch. But like, I just feel like it got to be something different that we didn't see yet. Like, I'm not saying that they probably should add a 4-point line or something. Last night they just recorded
a 4-point shot ain't exciting. A dunk on somebody is.
But I'm saying we could do that, a dunk, or add something else, because they just had their first 30-20 game. Wilt been doing that since when? We've been seeing stuff like that all the time.
Yeah.
We have seen it.
But no, the 1995 Houston Comets are way better than any WNBA team that's playing right now. It's not about that. It's about making it marketable. Because they had 3 Hall of Famers on one team.
And one of them went to glory, Miss Peratt. Come on now. Come on.
So poor. I'm sorry. I forgot her. My mistake.
We left Miss Peratt out of it. Hold it.
So it's not about the product of the girls being better today. They're not. It's about making the product marketable. And I say if they had lowered the rims back then the WNBA right now would be in a way better position than they are right now.
Woo! Man,
what is the I'm kind of young like Elijah. What is the only young lady who got drafted by the NBA?
Ooh, it's not Cheryl Miller. It was some lady before her. She got drafted to the Denver Nuggets for like.
It wasn't Candace, was it? It wasn't Candace, was it?
No, it was before Cheryl Miller. It was a woman, like she was that good, but she got to the Denver Nuggets. It was a white lady, actually, I think. Played for like 11 games, and then that was it.
Well, family, it's 3 minutes to the top of the hour. We have ended with sports. And listen, brother in Berlin, I often open this up to always have guests come in. Bro, you have graced us on this Make It Happen Monday. Bro, if you can hang around the whole week, we would appreciate you, man. I'll send you the link.
I'm starting my channel this week, so I need to do some conversations and do the book of questions. So I would love to have a conversation with you and any other brothers that were down for doing it.
Bro,
So
we're
yeah, let's connect.
international. We got Elijah Nixon in Tennessee. We got Brother Bowtie in Miami, Florida, and now we got none other than Brother Washington in Berlin, Germany. You don't know who might show up here on hashtag Truth Be Told, JD Live, your early morning get up, wake up, wake up. Well, with that being said, let's get ready to get up out of here. Elijah, give me some closing stuff. Then I'm gonna go to Brother Berlin, then Brother Bowtie. Brother Elijah, the floor is yours.
Good morning. Good morning. Listen, guys, we want to say thank you for the support you gave us for Fit's sake. You know, the like, share, the comments, and things of that nature. We appreciate everything you guys have done. I like what we have done this morning. Of course, with Brother Berlin trying to challenge us a little bit. I'm here for it. I can't do it tomorrow, though. I got to go to Tennessee tomorrow. I got to practice, but I'll be back on Wednesday, Brother Berlin. I'll be back. But other than that, I want to say thank y'all for the support. I love y'all, and thank you, Joe.
Brother Elijah.
What's out there? Yes.
Before you go, I just want to tell you, and Brother Joe, my witness, Alethea did a great job for you on Friday.
He did.
Wow.
If you go back and watch it, oh my God.
He did.
I think she's trying to take my job when you ain't here, but she
What
did
she
a great
say?
job.
What she say?
I don't know what she was. I don't remember exactly what she was talking about, but it was on point. Like if you go back and watch
it, very much
like,
was. And I done forgot too, but I remember that we complimented her. We said, "Oh, look at you! Done did a little research."
Yeah, she did.
I mean, we
some
got to give her
research.
props on that. Yeah, she did her thing.
So I'll be back Wednesday. Cause I gotta go to Tennessee in the morning tomorrow. But I'll be back Wednesday.
All right, Rocky Top. Have fun at Rocky Top. Brother in Berlin, give it to me, man. Give me some closing thoughts, some closing words. Let's get it.
All right, like I said, I appreciate it. First thing is rest in peace, Neely Fuller. It's been about 3 months now. Let's not forget who he is and what he tried to accomplish. Universal Code. And my channel is going to be, it's all about Memphis Funk. So Elijah, definitely check it out. My other one was What the Funk Is This? All Memphis Funk. This is the new one, and we're going to do the conversations on it and discover the art of conversation again that's been lost to this generation.
That's what I'm talking about. We'll be definitely seeing you tomorrow. I'm going to send you the link, brother, where you can be back on. Bowtie, hit it for me, man.
What it is, what it ain't, and what we're gonna do about it. Let's talk about it. Let's do something about it. Brother Bowtie here. Listen, thus far in your life, you have survived every negative thing that has been said about you. And the truth be told, that negative thing only affect you temporarily. So make sure that temporary could continuously to have the same effect on temporarily. Go live your life and be great. As my sister Alethea say, be great in their face. Brother Bowtie, if you wish to support me, follow me at everything Bowtie Untied. Which support my business, go to www.brothersbowties.com. Have a nice day.
All right, family. Listen, it's the top of the hour. It's Make It Happen Monday. Let's get this week started. Let's start it off on a positive note by saying, yes, you can. Whatever it is that you do today, put God first. And yes, you can. Always remember, be better today than you were yesterday. And do something today to be a blessing to somebody somewhere, that no matter what you do, no matter what you give them, be it physical, spiritual, whatever you give them, don't expect nothing in return. Give it to them freely. Release that thing. Always remember that there is no secret what God can do. What he has done for others, he willingly can do for you. For when God is with you, nothing or no one can stand against you. We're going international, y'all. To my brother Washington in Berlin, big ups to you. On the behalf of him, Brother Bowtie, Elijah Nixon with sports, Sister Alethea Crimmins, the CEO of Pimpin' Positivity, Sister Jax, you know, she's the spiritual conscience of this show, and Sean P with the Sean P Experience, who will be in here tomorrow. This is hashtag Truth Be Told, JD Live. Listen, family, we up out of here. Y'all have a great day. Start your week off the right way. Be blessed. Peace.
Like that.